All right, guys. I wanted to touch base about end behavior again, cover that maybe with a little more depth. Um, so a polynomial function, because it has end behavior. We started talking about this idea of end behavior when you're looking at a graph, guys. Um, End behavior is the behavior of the graph. So, like I was talking about yesterday, it's the behavior of in these examples, what the graph of the function. Okay, it's the behavior of the graph, the function, as x approaches positive infinity or negative infinity. Guys, all that infinity is talking about is, okay, if you look at the x-axis, I'm going to highlight it in red here. Okay, the x-axis. Okay, one part of this x-axis is increasing or going to positive infinity. Okay, that is the right part of the graph. That's the positive infinity part. So the graph is going right. It's increasing. That's the language I'm going to use today. Is increases. Okay? The other part of the graph, that's going towards negative infinity. The left half of this graph, that's where x goes to negative infinity, or where it decreases. Okay? So there's an x increasing part, there's an x decreasing part, a left and a right half. Okay? What end behavior is what the blue line, what the function is doing on the left and the right. So this function on the right part where x increases, let's look at this specific example here. In fact, let me redraw it where we have a little more room. So this is just what it looks like in general. Okay. So the end behavior of this, guys, the function, what happens on the right half? Where x, let's say as x increases, that's the right part of this graph, as x increases, what is the function? What is the blue line doing? The blue line is, it's going up. Guys, up is increasing. F of x increases. It's going up. It's increasing. It's going towards, as we described it yesterday, positive infinity. This example yesterday, this is what we did at the end of the notes. This example yesterday, we would have said as x, we would have drawn an arrow. We would have said it goes to positive infinity. F of x goes to positive infinity. Okay? Ignore that now. Just use the word increases and decreases, if that makes more sense to you guys. I know we struggled. So this is an increase. This is an increase. Guys, we might have struggled with that language yesterday, so I'm trying to help make it easier. Okay? Guys, there's two ends to this function. Guys, we've talked about the right part where x is increasing. Well, what about where x decreases? Guys, this left part of the graph, x is going towards negative infinity. It's decreasing. So, what about that end behavior? Well, as x decreases, well, what's f of x doing? What's the function doing? The function is going down. Down is a decrease. Okay? And so maybe this language helps, okay? Rather than, for whatever reason, anytime we start talking about infinity in math classes, guys, that can trip people up. But, you guys, infinity is just that idea of numbers go on forever, okay? But this language gives us the same idea. As x increases, as it goes up, gets bigger. F of x increases as x decreases. As x goes down, the function goes down. Okay, so guys, want to take time, do a couple more examples with you. Guys, I'm going to allow you to turn in your homework from yesterday, today as well. So if you've already done that as your homework and you understood yesterday, I'm okay with just submitting it once. Okay? So end behavior of a polynomial function, guys. So let's look at each example. I'm going to kind of zoom in on each example. Guys, this function, let's look at the right half of the graph. That's positive infinity. That's an increase. So as x increases, guys, they've got some answers over here on the left, but we're going to put it in our new language here. As x increases, guys, what's the blue line doing for the right part of this function? The blue line is going up. So the blue line, f of x, increases. As x increases, f of x increases. What about the left part of this function? How about as x decreases? So the left part of the function, as x decreases, well, what's the function doing? The function's going up. That arrow goes up. So the function increases. All right? And this is a little bit of what we started talking about yesterday, guys. This function must have an even degree. It must have an even degree because the end behavior is the same. The function is increasing to the left and the right. The end behavior, both ends are going up. Okay. All right. Sorry for the zooming in and out. Probably looked kind of weird. All right. So let's look at this function here. Okay. Guys, clearly the end behavior, the ends of the function, one's going up, one's going down. So they're opposites. So this must be odd degree, opposite end behavior. But let's write out the end behavior. So we're going to look at this right half. That's our as x increases. What's the function doing? The function, the blue arrow, it's going up. So the function is increasing. Okay? All right, so the left part of this function, well, that's as x decreases. That's going towards negative infinity. So as x decreases, the function f of x, well, what's the blue arrow doing on this left part? The blue arrow is going down, so it is, the function also decreases. All right. So here, the end behavior, they were opposites. One end was decreasing, one end was increasing. All right. So, guys, as I was saying just a few moments ago, guys, the notation we were using yesterday, guys, that should look pretty familiar. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Guys, I'm not terribly concerned about, can you guys do the notation? I want you guys to, today, and I should have probably done this yesterday, but I really want you just focusing on using this language. Okay? If you had a tough time yesterday, try focusing in on using that language. And you're doing the same problems, guys. We're doing the same thing. Still talking about end behavior today. just trying to make it a little easier on some people, because I know some folks had messaged me with some struggles. So if you still struggle, please reach out, guys. I can try to describe it some other ways, but I think this hopefully helps quite a few of us. So let me know if you have questions. Don't hesitate to ask, guys.